Now, in quite a different story for today, it's a story I wanted to present because I do find it to be important. Elon Musk is now the largest shareholder of stock in Twitter, of all things. Why? Why did he do it? Why is this good? We'll talk about it right now. Let's go. Fucking hit the bumper.
Bring it back.
Now, let's be honest right now. Big tech has become a haven of censorship. Now, Elon Musk, I get it. A lot of you people hate successful people, so you guys have a problem with Elon Musk. Nobody's perfect. It is what it is. But Elon Musk has recently been very critical of Twitter and the censorship that goes on there. That's why this story may be the most genius move I've ever made, and ultimately may kill the already flailing Truth Social. Truth Social, let's be honest, Trump's platform, it's not working. I'm still on the waiting list. Many of you are still on the waiting list. It's not working. Let's just call it what it is. Truth Social is dead before it started. And this may have just put the nail in the coffin. Elon Musk becomes Twitter's biggest shareholder after taking 9.2% stake to address its failure to adhere to free speech principles. Let's be honest. If Twitter becomes more free speech oriented, I think a lot of us conservatives will accept it again, right? The world's richest man owns quadruple the shares of its founder, Jack Dorsey. His passive stake is valued at $2.9 billion based on Friday's stock close. It is prompting Twitter's share price to soar 26% in pre-market trading. Now, this is important because, yes, a lot of us can agree that this prevents the destruction of Twitter. Many of us saw Twitter as going downhill. We saw these other platforms pop up, and we said, well, Twitter is not going to be long for this world. If half of America leaves Twitter, the Twitter's going to, be on the edge of destruction. Now, I will say this could backfire in our face because Elon Musk becoming owner has increased the stock 26%, and we'll get to that here in just a second. This may have just saved Twitter. So if Elon Musk doesn't follow through and doesn't make this a free speech platform at some point, then this may have all been for nothing. So let's get a little bit further into the news. In fact, let's go on right here. Let's check it out. Elon Musk is now Twitter's newest and biggest shareholder. Let's check it out.
The last thing before we go tonight, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, is one of Twitter's largest critics and now its biggest shareholder. The world's richest person bought up about 9% of the company, and his reasons why have launched a lot of questions. Back in December, Musk tweeted a meme depicting Twitter's new CEO as Joseph Stalin.
That's perfect.
In February, as Russia invaded Ukraine, Musk said he resisted demands to block Russia's news sites from his Starlink internet satellites, calling himself a free speech absolutist.
Now remember that quote. He's a free speech absolutist. That is what you need to remember. If he adheres to those principles and he does what he says he's going to do, or he does what I believe his goal is, this does save Twitter. It's going to trigger leftists. It already is. But also, it kills Getter and Truth Social. Because the whole reason those things exist is because we believe they would be free speech havens, which they're not. We come to find out they use the same algorithm as Twitter. Rumble, Jason Miller had to admit it. That's why he kicked off Nick Fuentes. He's not a free speech absolutist. And we saw that when he was exposed on Tim Pool's show. But Elon Musk is, which could mean good things for Twitter going forward. I don't support Twitter right now. I rarely tweet, but I'll be honest, I'm very interested at this point to see where this goes.
Just less than 2 weeks ago, he polled his 80 million followers asking if Twitter adheres to the principle that free speech is essential to a functioning democracy.
Look at that, 70%.
Then he asked, is a new platform needed? When asked if he would consider building one, Musk replied he was giving it serious thought. But as we've seen with former President Trump's attempt to launch a social media platform, it's not so easy. Bloomberg opinion columnist Tim O'Brien points this out today. Quote, Musk probably isn't in it for the money, even though he's made about $1 billion on paper. He invested in Twitter to push it around, and that should worry free speech advocates.
And of course, that's what liberals talks about, right? No, this is saving free speech.
O'Brien goes on to say Musk fashions himself a free speech purist, but he bullies his critics. Free speech.
Bullying his critics is not the same as silencing his critics. Because you guys use the word bully for everything. If you say something about me, I'm going to say, fuck you, bitch. And you're going to say, I'm bullying you. That's not the same thing as silencing free speech.
The question is, whose free speech? And the bigger question on everyone's mind now, will Musk's newfound Twitter power mean Trump will be back on the platform?
And if that happens, Truth Social is dead, which means this is actually bad news for Trump. Because if this happens the way I see it happening, they will file charges on Trump. Well, let me rephrase that. The investors will go after Donald Trump. That's like if Trump gives up on Truth Social and goes back to Twitter, oh, Trump's in some trouble there. And that could be some issues heading into 2024. Let's take a look right now. If you look at Twitter, man, they've been doing extremely, extremely well since this occurred. Let's take a look at the 5-day chart. If you look at Twitter's stock, as you can see right there, once Elon Musk bought this thing, it shot up from $39. And I think at its peak, it went to $53. It's leveling out a little bit now, correcting a little bit, but you can clearly see this has boosted Twitter's stock tremendously. It's already up 2.68% today. It is looking pretty good. Twitter is looking pretty good. You take a look, let's zoom out. You can take a look at the last month. As you can see, you can clearly see the effect that Elon Musk is already having on Twitter stock, on its value. Now, we can either look at that as good or bad. I really don't know. But we got some other breaking news that happened today. This is from CNN, who's obviously left a sacks of shit. Elon Musk is now set to join Twitter's board of directors, which means he has decision-making power. Guys, Elon Musk, he set out with a plan, and his plan was to alter Twitter, maybe fix Twitter, and it looks like his plan is working. Because if he's bought his way in, already he's on the board of directors now, he has decision-making power. Every bit that Jack Dorsey was at one point the man calling the shots, now you're going to see it. The Twitter CEO, by the way, endorsed a poll by Elon Musk. So even the Twitter CEO is backing off. He's like, you know what? We'll roll with Elon Musk. Why? Because Elon Musk is the new daddy. He's the one bringing the money. Elon gets to work, this says. Musk asked Twitter users if they would like an edit button just hours after becoming the biggest shareholder with 9.2% stake. And of course, the CEO endorses that. He says, please vote carefully. Twitter shares also soared 27% Monday after it was disclosed Tesla CEO purchased a 9.2% stake in the company. The decision netted him more than $1.2 billion in just a few hours. Man, money making like a motherfucker. Musk, the world's richest man, is now the company's largest shareholder and owns quadruple the stock of founder Jack Dorsey. Republicans praised the move, including Rep. Lance Gooden, who told Daily Mail he hopes Musk will protect free speech. Gooden is the co-founder of the House's Freedom from Big Tech Caucus. This is big news, man. Big news. He's asking on Elon Musk to clean up Twitter. As you can see, the CEO retweeted Elon Musk. As you can clearly see, we got some big changes coming. Lauren Boebert goes on to say, now that Elon Musk is Twitter's largest shareholder, it's time to lift the political censorship. Bring back Trump. Man, this is going to be big, ladies and gentlemen. This is big news for Elon Musk, big news for Twitter, big news for you. There's the filings right there. Sole voting power. He's got obviously some interesting shit going on, right? Let me close up with this, right? This could be good or bad. It all depends on Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk moves the markets. He's a big timer. He is the pinnacle of money, the pinnacle of getting shit done. Remember, Elon Musk is literally competing with NASA. You know what I'm saying? And now he's competing. Now he basically is the biggest shareholder in Twitter. He's on the board making decisions. This does not look good for any of the fake Twitters. This does not look good for Getter. This does not look good for Truth Social. All of those things I expect to die out by the time 2022 comes to a close. Elon Musk is going to shake this up enough. I believe he will implement forms of free speech that are equal to or better than those other platforms. I think Elon Musk just saved Twitter, and I think he saved it in a good way for you and I. Guys, let me know in the comment section. Do you agree? What do you think about all this? Do you believe we will see major changes? Do you think they will allow Elon Musk to make these changes? It seems to me like the CEO is on the side with the man with the money, right? And that's what it always comes down to, is follow the money. A lot of these people portraying themselves to be leftist and progressives, if you put the right money in front of them, the real them will come out. And I think we will see that with some of these tech giants. They may live in Silicon Valley. They may, it's easy for leftists to get in their head, but if the money is coming from the right, you follow the money. These CEOs and these Silicon Valley people, they're not going to reject the money. The money is what moves them. And they believe that social justice and leftists and that kind of George Soros money is what gets shit done, until Elon Musk steps in and says, nah, I think we'll do it my way. I think it's a beautiful day for Twitter. I think it's a beautiful day for social media. I think this is a beautiful day for America if Elon Musk does the right thing. So my question I'm going to hand off to you guys is, do you think Elon Musk will do the right thing? I do. I do think he'll do the right thing. And I am putting a lot of confidence in him on that. And I admit I could be left burned at the end of all this. But what say you? Guys, I'm JB Gunner. This is JB Gunner TV. Elon Musk is the man at Twitter now. He doesn't own all of Twitter. In fact, he's looking into buying, I guess he can buy 14.9%. So he can still move up. He's already on the board. He's already shaking things up. I can't wait to see where things go from here. Twitter looks actually pretty good today. I have to say that. It's the first time I've made a pro-Twitter video. Today's your day. I'm JB Gunner. This is JB Gunner TV. I'm out of here. Let me know what you think.